The standard of beauty has been redefined. Nowadays, it means a large chest and a skinny waist, and with such high standards, women are doing just about anything to try and keep up. So most of them lean towards crash dieting. But is it doing you more harm than good? I'm Catalina, and we're going to find out.
I know you want pop, you want rock and roll.
You want it?
This year's remix
Got some phonics.
soul. I got hot, I got fucking
Electronic.
beats. I got hip hop music with the future flow. So
Don't worry, even if the sky is falling down.
The montage you just saw is the typical body young girls strive for. Not to say that it's impossible to get there, but most of us have a long way to go. The trick is for us to figure out a healthy way to do it. Beyonce Knowles is known as a phenomenal, headstrong woman, and even she was reduced herself to a crash diet. Beyonce is known for going on a cayenne pepper diet to lose weight for her role in Dreamgirls. When asked about the diet by Oprah, Beyonce said that she was always moody and it would drive her crazy when people would eat Krispy Kreme around her. The diet consists of water, 1 cup of lemon juice, 1 cup of pure maple syrup, 1 teaspoon of cayenne pepper, and drink 8 to 12 glasses a day. The 3-day diet is one of the most popular crash diets out there. It is rumored that the combination of the odd foods in this diet is what magically makes the pounds drop. But that is a sad myth. The meals are so low in calories that the weight suddenly melts. A majority of the weight is water loss and is quickly regained in a few days after. There are several reasons why someone would want to go on a crash diet. Maybe you have a party to look forward to soon, you're meeting up with some old friends you haven't seen in a while, or maybe even you have a bridesmaid's dress to fit into. Whatever the reason, there's a better way to do it. So Kelly, have you ever gone on a crash diet?
Yeah, one time I went on a crash diet because there was going to be like a pool party for my friend and I wanted to get into a bikini.
How did that diet go for you?
Well, I didn't eat for about 6 days and I made it just off water. And then I watched a sad movie and had a complete meltdown and started crying for no apparent reason. My mood swings were all off. It was bad.
Would you go on a crash diet again?
No, definitely not. It was really bad and it made me feel awful.
This is Nicolette, and I know that you set a resolution and it's already gone.
Yes, every year it's the same thing. I set a resolution to lose a set amount of weight, and I just get discouraged and I quit. And it's been so many years.
How many pounds did you set to lose this year?
80.
80 pounds.
80.
And how many days did you stick to the plan?
A month.
A month.
A month.
Okay.
And then I get discouraged just like every time. I've tried every diet out there. There's the green tea diet, the soup diet. I tried a tuna fish diet.
What was that? Eating tuna fish all day?
Yes, tuna fish for dinner every day, and it just didn't work. I've tried all kinds of
Mayonnaise in it or
pills.
anything? Just tuna?
No, the mustard.
Just mustard.
Nasty.
Okay. And how do you feel now with your body?
I'm very uncomfortable. I'm even uncomfortable around my husband. He doesn't have a problem with me. I have a problem with me. And it just makes it so that I end up pushing him away without even trying. I don't like being in a bathing suit. I won't go swimming at parties. It's just very depressing. I hate the way I look.
Wow, and then it upsets your husband too because he loves his wife. He wants to love you in many different ways.
Absolutely.
And you are just pushing him away.
Yes,
Okay.
I'm shying away.
Hi, I'm Dr. Vince Belanzi. It's a pleasure to be back with you again. I want to talk tonight about weight loss. It's a subject that everybody's worried about. And the problem is that diets don't work. I mean, that's the first thing that we have to discuss. Everybody has tried a diet. I haven't met the person yet that hasn't tried something. From kids to people in their 80s, everybody has tried some kind of diet. And they just don't work. In fact, the interesting thing is in recent studies, when they looked at a lot of these major diets, some good ones, Atkins, the Zone, they put them all together statistically, and do you know that they only found a 10-pound weight loss on average? Now, these people lost 100 pounds and gained it back, of course, but all that work, all that money, all those books, all those videos for 10 pounds of weight loss, it just doesn't make sense. So the truth is, what we have to do is identify a lifestyle that will allow you to stay at a weight that's healthy for you. That's a much different way of thinking than there's all this crash dieting that goes on. In fact, I am not a proponent of fasting. I don't use it for detoxification. I don't use it for cleansing. And I don't think it's a good way to lose weight, because you end up changing your body in a way that's going to make it harder each time to lose that weight. That whole idea of yo-yo dieting just does not work. What you have to learn is how to take care of yourself. You have to learn the appropriate foods. You have to make better choices. That's the only way that's going to work. One of them is just eating breakfast. Very well done study proved that the people who ate breakfast had a much easier time keeping the weight off and losing it when they had to. So promise me that you're going to eat breakfast. In fact, promise me that you're going to eat lunch and dinner as well, because eating 3 meals a day is the best tool you have to losing weight. The next thing is get enough sleep. If you don't get enough sleep, there's good studies showing that you're going to have a lot of problems with weight and health and everything else. In fact, 7.5 hours seem to be about the golden average. Too little sleep was a problem. Too much sleep was a problem. Getting enough sleep is very important. The other thing you have to do, I'm sorry to say, is exercise. Now, you can call it activity, you can call it whatever you want, but you have to do some daily, consistent movement. Because if you don't, you're not going to be able to burn fat. We do a test in our office on the metabolic rate. I can also test and see at rest what somebody's burning. Guess what I find with most people that are gaining weight? They're carb burners. They don't even burn the fat. Now, of course, there's a little bit of fat being burned all the time, but I can't even measure it. Now, I take a triathlete, put them on the same equipment. They're sitting in a chair burning fat. They're losing weight sitting in a chair or lying down. Isn't that what you'd like to be able to do? You can't do that without activity. If you're not a fat burner, you can make yourself one just by being consistently active every day.
We're back with our diet war updates, and it is like, this is one of the craziest shows I have ever done. I mean, it is like, it's almost Jerry Springer, but not quite. Almost. All right, the last team is Alyssa Cohen's team, the Culinary Cuties, and Alyssa's diet is a raw food diet. So remind everybody what raw food is.
Well, essentially a raw food diet is fruits, vegetables, nuts, seeds, and sprouted grains. But people, when they hear that, they think it's going to be just carrot sticks and apple slices, and it's not. I have 300 recipes in my book. You can eat as gourmet raw food as you like, or you can keep it really simple. It's the easiest diet to do.
Here's some tips on how to stay healthy. First off, moderation is key. Sweet and salty foods are okay every now and then, but try and keep them to a minimal, and try to think of them as an occasional indulgence. Second, fruits and vegetables. They're loaded with vitamins, minerals, antioxidants, and fiber. You should aim for 5 portions a day, and they always make a great snack. Another great tip is staying hydrated. Your body is made up of over 80% water. Gatorade and sodas are okay for when you want a nice taste, but they can often leave you more thirsty. Water is always your best choice.
And then again, of course, there's always the basic working out. So remember, try and eat right and stay off those silly diets.
And ladies, if you follow these instructions exactly, you might be able to pull you a rapper, an NBA player, man, at least a dude with a car.